Hello, everybody, and welcome to United Rogue Overwatch Season 6. We, of course, are going to be starting off with a bang since we have draft night. I am your host for tonight, or at least the Ruby section of tonight. I'm Ajax Dasupcan, the community manager here, and I'm joined by the awesome Cool. How excited are we for tonight?
We are very excited to introduce the new draft for Season 6. Excited to get things going. Season 6, we're introducing the draft, and that's going to be a new thing for this community. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, draft is going to be new, so just to cover some bases in case you haven't been keeping up or in case you're new here, let's go over how the draft is going to work. We're going to have two drafts tonight. The first will be Ruby, second being Emerald. Now, in both of these drafts, it will be a waterfall system. So what that means, any players who are Platinum and below that do not get drafted in the Ruby draft, they will fall then and be eligible to be picked up by the Emerald teams. Now, that will have some interesting picks coming out. But a great thing that will happen as well is it's also a snake draft. So, order will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then round 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In these rounds, GMs are playing. They will have to draft themselves specific to rounds that contain their rank just to keep things a little bit fair. So with the draft rules out of the way, we do want to let everybody know that this is a new season. We are going to have a new map pool. Map pool this season is in fact going to be the following. Control, you will see Antarctic Peninsula, Busan, Ilios. Escort will be Shambali Monastery. Circuit Royale, Junkertown, Rialto. Hybrid will be Eichenwald, Hollywood, Numbani, and Midtown. Push will be the 4 classic Esperanza, Coliseo, Runasapi, and New Queen Street. And for this season, Flashpoint and Clash will be combined under one game mode in which all 4 maps, Saravasa, New Junk City, Hanaoka, and Throne of Anubis will be playable. Those are going to be the maps. We have a draft. We've got to figure out what the order is for the draft. So cool. I think we've got something for that, don't we?
Yeah, I believe we do. We got a special message from our one and only United Rogue Overwatch owner, 2x Panda. Let's get into it.
Good evening, United Rogue Overwatch, and welcome to the first official United Rogue Overwatch draft stream. I'm your owner, 2x Panda, and tonight I'm joined by our community manager, Ajax / the Soup Can.
How is it going, everybody? And Panda, I'm very excited because we've got something special going on right now.
That is right, because tonight we'll be revealing the draft order for our upcoming season and setting the stage for an exhilarating journey ahead. Are you ready to witness excitement tonight, Soupcan?
I have been waiting for this for some weeks, and I know people watching have been waiting, so I think I'm ready to get into it. Are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's go. Without further ado, let's dive into the heart-pounding world of competitive Overwatch and unveil the draft order for Season 6.
We're going to start off with Ruby 2. This is going to be exciting. First pick always means a lot, so this is going to have some big impact. Ooh.
That is right. The Buffalo Bolts will have our first pick of the draft. Laggy Puppy has its GM there. It's going to look like a really great team, I think.
Laggy made big improvements over the offseason as well, so he could get a strong roster going with him.
That is true. As we see, our second round pick is going to be the Vancouver Wild. Ricochet is GM there.
Everybody loves Ricochet. He's going to have a great team around him.
That is true. Up third, starting in the middle of the pack here, we got the Baltimore Kraken, Arnos, the GM over there. Really great guy. Gonna form a really great team.
I hope we can see more Doom out of him. It was great a couple seasons ago.
That is true. As we get Chicago Syndicate as our fourth pick here.
They are gonna look for the repeat dub. They got it last season. Hopefully they can get it with this new drafted roster.
It seems like we're down to our final two. We got the last season's Emerald finalists here, the Washington Rebellion and Dallas Vanguard, with the Washington Rebellion taking that 5th pick as Dallas Vanguard getting the honorary spin here.
Seems like we always end up finding our way back home to these two, but it's awesome to see Moto and now Log taking up the mantles for Lank and you, Panda. Now both up in Ruby.
Yeah, that's true. Both the teams have historically always been Emerald teams, but now they finally moved up. Speaking of Emerald, looking at our Emerald wheel here, we got our first of the Emerald draft is going to go to the Miami Caymans. And how do you?
Not rigged. Not rigged. Totally great. Not rigged.
I promise all of these have an equal amount of chance, and you just got lucky, sir.
I paid off Panda.
This is not true whatsoever. Second pick, though, going to the Detroit Wolfpack. Little fun fact here: the owner of the Detroit Wolfpack played in Season 1 and is a Season 1 United Vogue Overwatch champion with the Dallas Vanguard.
Oh, that's right. Hydro did get the dub.
Hydro did get the dub way back when. As we see going down, we now have the Montreal Stags. Gonna be, was that the 3rd pick? Yeah, the 3rd pick for Emerald here.
Ooh, Trash Can with Houston's gonna get 4-2. Middle pack is not as bad as some people think, so I think Trash Can have a good time there.
Yeah, it's true. Down to the final 2. Let's see who's going to get the 5th and who's going to get the 6th. Looks like by a hair, the Kansas City Carnage is going to take that 5th pick, leaving the Pittsburgh Phantoms for the last pick of the Emerald draft.
And getting a wheel pick is going to be a good time. And Jarhead getting, 5th does mean 2nd round comes up. But this is a good draft order.
Yeah, that's a great draft order. And back to explain, like, we're doing a snake draft here. So even if some of those teams got those last round picks, by the time the even rounds come around, they are going to be at the front of the line. So they're going to have just a fine time building a team.
Yeah, everybody knows that the wheel pick is super important, but I am now super excited to see these teams and see what players they pick up.
Yeah. It was great recording this little video with you, Supercan. Let's hope that draft goes well. And audience, good luck out there, guys.
We'll see you in the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching the video. Shout out to Panda, shout out to Soupcan. Great video. Thanks to them. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to the production team and staff, everyone who's worked so hard to make this stream worthwhile today. Let's get into the draft now.
We are so excited. There's been a lot of moving parts behind the scenes. Now it all comes to fruition. As you all saw, Laggy with Buffalo is going to have the first pick. So it's interesting. You have so many options coming through. There are some heat up at the top of this list. I personally have a theory. I don't know if it's right. I unfortunately was not able to bribe my way into that information, so I kind of have to wait. But, we're going to be kind of seeing this as it comes up. Personally, I know, Laggy, big DPS guy. I'm going to assume he's not looking towards that DPS side of things. That's my guess. But anything can happen. Who knows? Laggy could all of a sudden just grab some random player, and he just sets himself up. I don't know if there are any guesses.
We have our pick in, so let's get into it. Let's see, Buffalo round 1. Buffalo Bolts.
Who's it gonna be?
Let's see what they got.
I'm waiting. I'm so excited. Waiting.
Sorry, man. Let's see.
Coming.
Looks like Buffalo chose Nap Time. Solid pick.
Nap Time. See, this is what we were talking about. Nap Time is going to be a huge pickup for Buffalo. Big tank player. Laggy as a DPS. Probably not going to look for another DPS partner just yet. There aren't a lot of high-value tanks in this list. So, picking up Nap Time, a strong tank, I think was a good move. But that does mean Ricochet down in Vancouver does not get Nap Time. He doesn't get that star-studded tank that Laggy just picked. So, Ricochet, correct me if I'm wrong, Cool is not playing this season. Ricochet is a non-playing GM, correct?
We'll have to see. I don't know.
Okay.
He kind of has been off and on, but it's mostly due to his work schedule here. So we'll see how that goes.
I am interested. If Ricochet is playing, he will probably have to draft him up towards this top. I know Rico is a very accomplished player, if we're going to be honest. But if he's not, he gets to pick through anybody. And there's some huge names up at the top of this list. Choco has been in this league for a while. Edbon has been in this league for a while. Blue Jay kind of came in last season, won off of Chicago. Liam has been in here for a while, a great support there. Shogun's been in here for a couple seasons. There's some names in here that have the pedigree to take a team to success. So we are curious to see what Ricochet is going to be picking up.
Yeah, and it looks like we're about to see Ricochet's pick here. Looks like the pick is in. So let's transition to it and see what we got. Vancouver
As
Wild,
the time trickles.
round 1.
Who do we think? Who do we think?
I personally think we're going to see one of those top characters that you mentioned, one of those top players in the game. Let's see.
I'm calling Choco.
JQ.
It's not Choco. Okay.
Looks like
He's
it was
picking up
Admon.
That is a huge pickup. Admon being a 2-time champion in the past, Season 3 and Season 4. Admon also has a couple other accomplishments, I believe. Definitely a couple of role stars in there. Known a lot for his DPS play, but has flexed over to tank. Actually, he won Season 3 playing Zarya, if you could believe it or not. But that is a huge pickup for 2 reasons. One, Admon, not only a great player, but a great leader. Once you put him in that position, you can see a huge improvement from the players around him. But 2, our number 3 pick in Baltimore, Arunos cannot take Adbon. Arunos and Adbon had been a team for the past couple of seasons. So Rico, playing the divorce lawyer, really just split up the 2 kids. It's going to be rough for Arunos, but there's still some great options left on this board, as we're still only halfway through the first round.
Yeah. Halfway through the first round. Looks like our third one is already in.
Ooh.
So
Arunos was ready.
Swap over. We got Baltimore picking, so let's see here. Baltimore round 1.
Arunos.
I am excited.
Who's Arunos going to pick?
Adbon and Naptime, both solid picks. So let's see what round 3 has, or the third pick of round 1 has to go for us.
Baltimore's round 1 pick is a
Looks like we got a
Tracer.
Choco.
Picking up Choco. Choco's return to Baltimore. That is awesome.
Last season,
Choco has
Baltimore,
been to some grands a couple times. And you're right. Last season on Baltimore.
Last season on Baltimore, we had both Adbon and Choco. Now they're going to have to fight each other, so we'll see how that goes.
It is an insane match when those two have to play against each other. We've seen it a couple seasons ago, but we've also seen those two as teammates. Now we're back on the other side of it. I am excited to see Choco back. If anybody doesn't know, hit scan God. Legit hit scan God. You will die if he sees you. That's all I'm going to say. But Choco's on Baltimore. Number 4 is going to be Chicago. And our boy Ghostface, I'm curious to see what he's cooking up. Looking at those who have left, we've still got some great players up on this list. We see a couple supports still hanging up at the top. So maybe Ghostface is going to try and find a support duo, since Ghostface, I believe, is a big Lucio player.
That's true. So let's see who we got. We got Chicago's pick. It's in. So let's see.
Chicago
Can't get tired of this music.
looking for the... I mean, it's great music. But Chicago's looking for a back-to-back win. Let's see who they pick to help them on that path.
Looks like we got our Junkrat.
Uh-oh.
Blue
I
Jay.
know. There it is. The return of Blue Jay, looking for the Chicago back-to-back. Blue Jay was a huge piece in that system last season. A great teammate in Chicago. Honestly, I mean, if you didn't watch the last season, go back and watch some. But Blue Jay has been a huge DPS pick last season. Now returning to Chicago, wanting to keep that streak alive. But a new streak that will be started. A new dynasty that will be held. Washington Rebellion has jumped up to Ruby for the first time in a little bit. I think it's been since Season 2, if I'm not mistaken. Moto is going to be the GM. Moto still has some good options left on this board. I am very excited to see who Moto likes to grab.
Yes, I believe you are correct with that, though. I've been playing with Washington in Emerald since Season 3, so it's got to be Season 2 or below. But, you know, Washington always has been a really great team. So we'll see what they got going for them. Got a whole new GM with them, so...
Washington normally, whether they are in Ruby or Emerald, typically make playoffs. 3 times making finals. So let's see what this first pick is going to do for them now that they're up hanging out with the Ruby. I'm so excited. We're going to see it. Zen. Oh, I know this
Zen
is.
Here. Liam.
We're getting Liam. Liam is an insane support player. Once I saw Zen, we knew it. If you leave Liam unattended, this Zen will absolutely destroy you. You don't get a chance anymore. It's insane. Liam also has a lot of great support, and similar to what we were talking about for Adbon earlier, Liam is a great leader. Will rally the troops around him and have himself a position where he can be that voice for everybody and bring all his teammates up with him. So that is an awesome pickup for Washington. Excited to see Liam on a squad. But now, this is the fun of Snake Draft, because our last round 1 pick is going to go to Dallas. It's going to be Log at the helm. But then, getting a little ahead of myself, Log gets the first pick of round 2. So you're going to see back-to-back Dallas picks. It's going to be awesome. I have an idea of who I think Log's going to pick, but I don't want to say it yet. I don't want to, cast or curse any picks.
Yeah, caster curse. Looks like we do have our first Dallas pick, and we're going to get, like you said, 2 back-to-back. So let's do our first one here. Dallas round 1. Excited to see Dallas and Ruby finally have been Emerald the entirety of UR Overwatch, right? So
I have been from Season 1. This is the first season. Let's see who Dallas Ruby gets to pick up for the first overall.
looks like we got Ash. Dyer. No surprise there.
Awesome pickup. Dyer is another great player who has been around for a little bit now. The Ash, I don't think I was expecting the Ash for the highlight intro. I'm gonna be so for real.
I played a lot of Ash back in last season, so I'm not that surprised about that one.
Am I thinking of somebody else? Probably. That's crazy. Who am I thinking of? Wait. Dyer played on what squad? Philly, right? Or am I silly?
Yeah, Philly, I believe.
I thought Dyer was the support. Dyer was a big Lucio guy.
Dyer was playing Lucio on Philly.
Oh, okay.
We've confirmed. I'm a genius.
I might be
Dyer
thinking
was a
of
big
10
Lucio
mans.
player. That could be it.
Shout out to 10
Speaking
mans,
of, if you
though.
haven't, I would say, if you haven't seen it, go pop off 10 mans as soon as this is done. But that is round 1. We have gotten a pick for every team, so now what we are going to do is reverse this order. Dallas is going to get the first pick for round 2. And just as a reminder for anybody just joining us, this is Ruby League first, then we will hop over to Emerald League for the draft. So please stick around with us for the entire draft. It's going to be a hoot. Log picks up a great support. I don't think he's going to pick up another support because Log eventually's got to pick himself up. So let's see who he grabs in round 2.
Yep, Dallas round 2. Let's see. We got our pick in. Great support. Log is probably going to be looking at another DPS here. Probably going to want a DPS or a tank. Good tank.
It is true. Wondering what the pick is.
Cass.
Oop, here we see Cass.
Strider.
Taking up Strider. Awesome. Strider's been around a couple seasons. Last season, really popping off on some hit scans. Honestly, Strider should have a montage of all the headshots they hit during the games because it was nuts. But Dallas starting off strong with Dyer and Strider. God, please don't make me say that 5 times fast. I will absolutely trip over my words. Insane pickups for Dallas. But now, we're going to get to see who joins Liam for Washington. Looking at the list left, honestly, there's a lot of options left. Washington could pick up Shogun, have a great support line of Liam Shogun. Both of those players know how to get things done. And Moto being a DPS player typically, that could be a huge start for him.
Yeah. We do have our Washington pick in, so let's get into it.
Very excited
Washington
to see
round 2.
what
This is our
goes
second
on.
pick of round 2.
I wonder. He's already got the Liam. Who does he pick up next? Moto will grab a May.
Hey. Angry Cat.
Angry Cat. Interesting. All right. So Angry Cat is
a
a newer player.
Yeah, a new player, right? I feel like I haven't heard that name much.
New addition to United Rogue Overwatch. I'm excited to see what they can bring in. Obviously, a high pick on this list.
We always love to see new faces here on Overwatch. And you are Overwatch specifically, actually. You know, shout out United Rogue Overwatch to any of your friends that want to play.
Bring them in. Get us a third league. Bring the Sapphire League dreams to reality. But you know, this like you said, we get to see a bit newer faces. This is one of the nicest parts about draft. You're not going to see the same teams every season. Pitt and Dallas have had the same kind of players every time. Now we see Washington and Dallas both up in Ruby, and we're going to start seeing some of these newer faces come together. So it's great to see this, but we now have Dallas's second pick, or we've had Dallas's second pick. We now have Washington's second pick. We're going to take it soon over to Chicago's second pick. Already picked up Blue Jay. I am interested to see who they want to pair with Blue Jay coming up.
Yeah, it looks like we got Chicago's new pick now. So let's get into it.
So excited. Ghostface, again, trying to pick up the back-to-back wins. Already has the return of Blue Jay. Are we going to see, could be the return of JD.
Could be the return of JD. Let's see.
Bring the power trio.
We do have a Torb.
It's
Could be
happening.
JD. Let's
It's
go.
coming home. JD looking for the first ever, correct me if I'm wrong, back-to-back-to-back three-peat. There have been players who've won grand finals 3 times already. JD and Chicago looking to win it back-to-back, but JD specifically with the great Torb play Season 4, the awesome support setup in Season 5, JD's looking to bring home the gold for the 3rd time. Shout out JD for finally finishing that intent form.
Yes, our community manager, or right? Community manager?
Commissioner. I'm
Sorry.
the community
Yes,
manager.
you're community manager. Our own
LOL.
commissioner. Our own commissioner finally filling out that intent form.
Yeah, it took you long enough, dog. That's a great pickup. Now, of course, we are going to hop back over to Baltimore. Baltimore brought back Choco. I think Arunos is starting to look around at what's left. There's still some great options. Shogun is still hanging out. Johan's up there. We've got some of these newer players like White Rain. Oh my god, I'm going to pronounce wrong names. Identity, I'm assuming, but there's 2 I's, so maybe it's like Identity. We're going to see. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's get into it. We got our pick.
I'm ready.
So, here we go. That is the wrong scene. Here we
We're
go.
sending it back. And now we're sending it back. Get baited. How's that feel?
All right, here we go. Baltimore.
I'm excited.
Round 2.
This is insane. Who does Arunos pick up? We wonder. A Mercy
Mercy?
player
Looks like
picks
trash
up
can.
Trash Can. huge pickup. Shout out Trash Can being awesome. League Ops hanging out with a lot of stuff. But shout out Trash Can also for being a goated support. I swear to the deity above, I don't think I've seen her miss a single sleep dart in my life. I'm putting that stat out there. Somebody can fact check me. I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
I don't believe you are wrong. Being on her team last season, I definitely did not see her miss a single sleep dart. So, shout out to her. Shout out to the good
Big
pick
shout
from
out.
Baltimore.
Baltimore looking scary.
For the first
Choke
time in a
and
while,
Trash
actually,
Can.
the Trash Can not playing on Houston because Houston is now an Emerald team. So, very interesting. We get to see her play with other people now. So,
And
but we
a
do have another pick
teammate
in.
who normally plays a Trash Can is going to be Rico, who is picking up Vancouver's second pick in this draft. Ricochet already has Adbon. Who's he going to pair? That's a great question because we've got a lot of players left on this list. I'm excited to see what is cooking up over in Vancouver.
Let's see. Vancouver Wild, round 2 pick.
Drum roll. Gonna see.
Ramatra.
Ramatra. Picking up. Identity.
Identity,
All
yes.
right. Identity again, a newer face in here, but a welcome one. I've been seeing them hang out in some of the combines, in some of the 10-mans. I talked to them for like all of 2 seconds before I was pulled back into a voice channel. That was not that one. So, awesome pickup. Identity apparently labeled as a support. So, a good support to deal with Adbon. Love Adbon, but dear God, he's going to need something. And now, we're going to need Buffalo. And I think this is going to be an interesting pick because I'm pretty sure we might see a bit of a self sign here. Call it in the cards, call it a leak, call it whatever you think you don't think. But I think Laggy is picking up a good player in Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know. Some may say he's a good player, but I don't know about that.
You're telling me a Genji one trick is a bad player? I love it. The man is
I
goated.
don't know. Let's see. Let's see what Buffalo has in store for us. Round 2 pick here.
We're going to see Buffalo's round 2 pick, and then immediately we are going to see Buffalo round 3 pick, because again, for anybody just joining us, this is Snake Draft. Excited to see what comes out of Buffalo.
Looks like we have a Genji. I wonder who this could
Who
be.
would have guessed?
Laggy
Laggy.
picks up himself.
Laggy was a huge part of some teams in the past, most notably a great flex last season over in Philly, hanging out on the DPS for the first bit of the season, then swapped over to support and really did a bang-up job. Not a whole lot of time to adapt, so Laggy is a great flex in this role, but Laggy has himself. Laggy's got nap time, so there's your tank, there's your DPS. Laggy now has a 3rd pick. We're back in round 3, baby.
Yeah. Back to back, being able to pick up himself and another person. That is pretty nice.
Huge boon.
So looks
This
like
is
we do have
the
our
importance of the
round
wheel.
3 pick in. Let's get into it. Laggy's 3rd pick here. Buffalo Bolt's 3rd pick.
Buffalo, an interesting fact of the day, has not been in UROW since season 1. So Laggy gonna do this team some justice with this 3rd round pick.
Looks like we got a
Man,
Zen.
is this?
Support.
We
Shogun.
are gonna see Shogun. This is a
Solid
huge
choice.
pickup.
Very solid choice.
Shogun and Laggy both were teammates last season on Philly. They have a lot of experience together, and Shogun is just a great support player. So now, right now, yeah, I said it. You're going to be looking at a huge tank pickup, an awesome DPS, and Shogun hanging out on the support. Buffalo is looking like an insane stacked team so far, but Vancouver has some great players. Let's see who they're going to pick up as we're in round 3. We're starting to see some of these other players.
Yes. Vancouver, we already got Rico, and we have Trash Can back on the team and together again. So let's see who they pick up round 3. Let's see. We now just got our pick in. So let's see who it is.
We've got Identity. We've got Adbon. Vancouver is going to pull up with the round 3 pick. There's some great options left. Rain is up there. Johan. Even as you start going down, he's been talking about it a lot. Smooth could get picked up. We might see
Smooth could
Smooth.
get picked up.
The plane ride to Vancouver could come home.
Got Ash. Looks like it is Smooth.
It is coming home.
Vancouver
That's
just
awesome.
becoming Houston Flames from last season.
Are they?
Yeah,
I don't
Smooth.
think that's quite right.
Smooth, Trash Can, and Rico. All on
Trash
the same
Cans
team
on
last season.
Baltimore. LOL.
Oh, you're right. Wait, what? Hold on.
Getting picks mixed up. Right now, Vancouver is looking at Adbon, Identity, and Smooth. Baltimore, whose pick
You're
it
right.
is, currently has Trash Can and Choco. Soon to be a Runos, maybe not this round, maybe a later round, but we're going to see because it is Baltimore's pick up. There are some great teams. Maybe Baltimore could turn into Flames last season by picking up Johan. That could be a huge pick. Not going to lie.
You're right. I was just leaking the previous script that we had set up.
We had to make a couple final edits, so I think you're just kind of like on version update 4.2.0. We are actually on 4.2.1.
Yes. Speaking of Baltimore, though, Baltimore finally getting their pick. It's gonna
Bruno's
take
taking
us-
some time on that one.
Yeah. So we got. Let's see. If
Smooth in the chat is on the way to the plane. I love seeing that.
okay, Baltimore pick in round 3. Baltimore.
Interesting to see who they pair. Choco's an insane hit scan, Trash Can, amazing support. Who do they want to join the ranks of that team? Arunas is going to have to make a tough call here. We're going to see Ana picking up Fran. Ooh, that's an awesome pick. Fran, amazing support on Dallas the past couple of seasons. This feels like A, a great pickup, but B, potentially a snipe from Dallas. Dallas does have Log and did pick up Dyer, but Fran has been with Dallas for the past 2 seasons now. So an awesome pickup for Baltimore. Another Ana player. A lot of Ana coming, hanging out. We love to see it. Power to the support players.
We love to see an Ana.
And speaking of support players, Ghostface, GM of Chicago, is a support player, but it's also his pick. We've got a lot of options left. He cannot rebuild the squad. Vanguard, unfortunately, is not there. Lane. Kent, I think, is also sitting out. So far, outside of himself, Chicago has rebuilt the entirety of Chicago, except for the available options, except Creeped. So we're at a point where Chicago's got to branch out. Might have to find some new players. And it's going to be their pick, so I wonder who they're going to grab.
Let's see. We got Chicago round 3 here.
Creeped, I got you. I'm
Fourth
seeing the
pick of
chat
round 3.
and the stream. We're going to see who Chicago brings up. Gets the banger pick. Every Ana player under the sun. Picking up Recon. Ain't no way. That is awesome. Recon, a personal good buddy of mine. Recon, also a 2-time champ over at Pittsburgh. Great support. Knows how to play and flex over to a lot of roles. We've seen Recon's tank last season. I think everybody remembers the Hog Fiesta that was running Emerald last season. So Chicago currently has Blue Jay, JD, and Recon. I love this roster already. I'm going to be honest. Not picking favorites. It might be my favorite.
That is quite a hype pick. Speaking of hype, looks like we're trying to get hype in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to the 80-something people, 90-something people in chat. Shout out to y'all for coming out to the draft, We still have plenty of more picks to come, so keep it going. And speaking of picks, Washington is up next. They've got a great lineup too. They've got Angry Cat, they've got Liam. I'm interested to see who they've got coming up.
Yeah, we've got our 2 back-to-back Emerald teams. Looks like the Washington pick is in. Let's see.
Oh boy. All right, looking at the
Froggy
roster.
squad.
Let's see.
Spam
Shout
frogs
out
if you're a
Froggy
big
squad.
Washington fan.
Who's going to be joining the Frog Squad? I'm so excited to see who gets to get slotted in that pick. Why are there so many Ash players?
Confessor.
I believe also a newer
New
addition
player.
to the United Rogue Overwatch family. Welcome, Confessor. Congrats, you get to play with Liam and Angry Cat, and soon to be Moto at some point or another, over on Washington. Huge pickups. But now, we're going to
2
see
back-to-back Dallas. Let's see
2
what they
back-to-back
got.
Dallas and the end of round 3. We are roughly halfway through, so I do want to say this for anybody who's just joined us. Welcome, United Rogue Overwatch, Season 6 Draft. It's been fucking lit. Don't know if I can say that, but I said it anyway. We're here, and we're rolling through these picks. It is a snake draft, so as Cool said, we'll get the last pick of round 3, but then the first pick of round 4 is Log at Dallas.
Looks like we have the last pick of round 3 in here. Dallas. Let's see. Halfway through Ruby picks.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Nobody knows. Except a couple people. Vanguard coming up.
Juno, our first Juno. White Rain.
White Rain, another new face. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds
But-
great.
Let's see this lineup. So right now we're working with Dyer. We're working with Strider. We're working with White Rain. And soon Dallas is gonna pick again. Dallas is gonna have the first pick of round 4. And so far, I'm seeing a DPS. I'm seeing a support. I'm assuming White Rain is also a support. I'm gonna expect a tank pick or a DPS pick here, folks, unless Log decides we are rolling out all support.
Now, here's the thing, though. Log still has yet to pick up himself. And speaking of which,
Facts.
Dallas has that new GM, Log. So, let's
Shout
see. Let's see. He might have to pick himself here.
Oh my god, Log is gonna pick himself and play ball the whole season. Shout out to anybody who has seen Log ball in Emerald. It's terrifying.
Log Ball and Ruby, though. We'll see.
It could be a thing. Dallas, round 4. Who is it going to be? We got a Lucio.
Looks like it is Log
There it
himself.
is. Log is a huge pickup for Dallas, mainly because he had to pick himself up. No, I'm kidding. No. Log is an insane pickup for this roster. Log, I believe, is a 3-time champion. Dallas has won 3
that sounds
seasons.
right.
Log has been on all 3. At minimum 2. I'm pretty sure 2.
He's been
regardless,
on for Dallas.
Okay, Log has been on 2. So, 2-time champion coming onto this roster is now stacked up with these other supports and Strider. This team is looking pretty scary, but so is Washington. With Liam, who's been here for a little bit, 2 of these new players, Angry Cat and Confessor, is Washington going to pick up themselves, aka is Moda going to pick himself up, or is that going to happen at a later round? I think we'll have to see.
Well, let's see here. We got Washington, round 4 pick. Let's see.
It's coming. Round 4. We've got some DPS. We've got some support. I wonder, do we see a tank or another DPS?
Soldier.
See a soldier.
DBS here.
It might be time.
Moto.
It is Moto. Bringing himself up. The soldier god. Not even self-proclaimed. It's just known throughout the universe. Moto is cracked on this soldier. Ruby DPS, beware, as he will diff you so hard you will not realize where you are. That is an awesome pickup for Washington. Looking again like a stacked roster so far. But speaking of stacked rosters, we're back at Chicago. Chicago.
Doesn't
Currently,
have a stack roster.
they do, but they also currently have a lot of supports. Recon's a support. JD's a support. Blue Jay, his highest role is support, but he was tearing up DPS last season. I wonder if Chicago might keep the train rolling. Might get another support. I wonder what that will be.
Yeah, let's see. Chicago round 4. Here we go.
It's coming. It's absolutely coming. The team to get the back-to-back champions. The first back-to-back... Nope, just kidding. Second back-to-back champions. Shout out Pitt. LOL. Sigma player.
Looks like we do have
Ghostface.
Ghostface.
Pulling himself up by the bootstraps, picking the tank, it looks like. That's going to be an trying to fill Vanguard's shoes. That's going to be hard. He's going to have to feed a lot. Int a lot. But I think he can do it. I think Ghostface has the strength. But in all seriousness, Ghostface, huge roster so far. We are going to see Baltimore's 4th pickup. Has Choco on hit scan, has Trash Can and Fran on the support. Maybe we'll see another DPS. So far, not a whole lot of tanks coming out. Maybe Arunos is going to wait for that tank pick for himself. I'm not sure. We will have to see.
Guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Looks like we have Baltimore's
might be.
round 4 pick in. Here we go. Baltimore round 4.
I'm seeing the future, and I'm predicting a good pick. I nailed it.
Every Ruby pick is going to be a good pick here. Let's see.
This is facts.
Got our fancy Doomfist here.
There's a Doom.
Arnos.
There's the Doom. Aruna's gonna pick himself. Love the Doom. I don't think I saw the Doom highlight intro before we started this, so that is awesome. But Arunos, a grand champion, kicking it with Houston a couple seasons ago. The Doomfist play was elite. Hopefully he can rekindle that success now with his amazing support line and bringing back Choco for Baltimore. Going to be a hard roster to beat.
Looks like we got our Vancouver pick here, though. Vancouver pick is in round 4. We got an interesting lineup. Let's see what they got.
Excited to see what happens for Vancouver. They've got some good players in the making. I wonder who they pick up for this round 4 pick.
Looks like we got Diva. I feel like this can only be one person.
And there's one person. Andrew going over to play with Smooth, Adbon, and Identity. This is going to be an insane roster. Oh my god. Andrew, awesome person, but also awesome player. MVP, oh god, 2 times minimum, 3 times maximum. Champion a couple of times. Grand finalist several times. My man has got
Not to mention
the
our
stacked
production
lineup.
lead as well. Shouts out.
Shout out to Andrew. Andrew in the chat, shout out himself. I got a team with Adbon. He saved. For those who don't know, behind the scenes, Andrew was absolutely terrified of playing against Adbon. Now we are chilling. But you know who else is chilling? Laggy. Because he gets the double pick. The round 4 end pick and the round 5 beginning pick. He's already got himself Naptime and Shogun. Huge pickup so far. We got to see what support or DPS duo he's going to cook.
Yeah, let's see. 2 back-to-back picks here. Let's see. Buffalo Bolts, round 4. Still plenty of options.
We've got a lot of great options left. We see some of these faces that have been here before, but we've also got some of these newer faces that are getting picked up.
Anna. Looks like we do have a new player again. Female.
We've got female. I'm going to be honest. I don't recognize that name, but a great support pickup to be matched with Shogun. Yeah, Shogun. Okay, I had a bit of a brain fart, not going to lie. So we see the support duo, Shogun and female. We've got Laggy on the DPS. We've got Naptime on the tank. Who is Laggy looking at to fill in that DPS roster, to fill in that final DPS slot aside from the 6th round pick.
Yeah, it could be literally anyone here. Let's see. We got our 5th round pick, sorry. We have 5th round pick, Buffalo Bolts, starting it off. Let's see.
We've got 5th round pick. We also have 6th round pick, and then Ruby is done. So we are coming down to the wire for these rosters. Excited to see what is coming up. Ooh, Genji.
Like we got Genji.
Picking up Johan. Great
Johan.
pick. Insane pick. Johan has been an absolute menace these past couple seasons. Please, for the love of God, keep your family safe. Johan will find them and absolutely destroy them. The man's tracer is elite.
Johan, my goat. Let's see.
We're going to have a great roster for Buffalo, but right now we're looking at Vancouver.
We are looking at Vancouver.
Smooth, Identity, Andrew, round 5 pick. Do we have it in?
We do have our round 5 pick in. So
I'm excited.
Here we go.
Very excited. Let's see how this goes. We've got Andrew the Tank. Adbon, the murderer, because God, that guy is scary. Identity, the new man. Smooth, bringing it up. Who is Rico gonna pick now for round 5?
Looks like we got a Kiri. Looks like it is
Oh
Icy.
my God! We're picking up
Our former
Icy!
owner. Finally in Ruby.
That is huge! Icy getting pulled up. I mean, if you don't know, this man's Kiri is A, the only thing he plays because he's been forced to it. But B, the thing that will murder you without you noticing. Icy is a huge hiccup on this roster. I am so excited to see this. Icy going from Washington to Canada is also hysterical to me for personal reasons. But we're going to go from Canada all the way to Baltimore, Maryland, as Arunas is looking for his 5th round pick. Already has himself Fran, Trashcan, and Choco. Excited to see who he's going to snag.
It's like we're still waiting just a second more for Baltimore's pick here.
That is A-okay. We can kind of start looking at what his options are. There are a couple diamond players left. He is assuming going to play tank himself. He's got a great backline. Probably right now looking at who can DPS alongside Choco. There are some good options. I see Gingerbread hanging out. I see Strium. Hopefully that's how you pronounce her name. Pineapple was a great pick last season. Maybe we're looking at some of these plat players. Interested to see who Aruno snags.
Looks like we do have our pick in finally. It's Baltimore looking to pick round 5.
This is going to be exciting. Aruno's cooking up something good over in Baltimore. What ingredient has he added to the recipe of success?
Looks like we got a ball.
A ball. Gingerbread hanging out on ball. That is sick. Gingerbread is, I believe, again, a newer face, so we're going to have to see how this DPS duo of Choco Gingerbread stacks up to some of the other DPS that we have so far in the league. One thing is for sure, they will have to go against Blue Jay, our reigning Ruby champion currently on the DPS role. But there's going to be another DPS player over at Chicago who is currently getting picked up as we speak. I wonder who it could be.
Let's
Taking
see.
a look, do we have the pick?
Round 5. We do have our pick. Here we
We're
go.
insane. I'm excited. So far, we've got Blue Jay, JD, aka Darklaw, Recon, Ghostface, who is the number 5 pick for Chicago.
Looks like we got an Ana.
Bring
Creepy.
it back, Creepy! That is awesome. We get the full list of eligible players from Chicago back to it. This is exciting.
That's definitely scary. Chicago did put up quite a fight last season, so we'll see how they do this season.
This is going to be awesome. But speaking of awesome, shout out one more time to everybody watching the stream. We are at 100 human beings looking at their monitors, listening to us yap and watching some amazing rosters be put together. Thank you all so much for coming out. We are so excited for this draft, if you couldn't tell. And speaking of draft, Washington's up. They've got a crazy roster. Confessor, Moto, Liam, and Angry Cat currently missing a tank player according to the spreadsheet. I wonder who they're looking for.
Well, let's see. We do have our Washington round 5 pick in, so let's see here.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's going to be tough. There are a couple tanks hanging out on this list. I wonder who Moto is thinking.
It's our first Life Weaver. Guna.
Speaking of Guna, the return to Washington. Guna is coming back with a vengeance out here.
Now, we got Dallas yet again for our round 5 final pick here. Back-to-back picks, so...
This is going to be Log's last 2 picks, and then the Dallas roster will be complete. As a reminder, Dallas has Dyer, Strider, White Rain, aka Chlorine, Log, and these last 2 picks. I am very excited to see what these picks are going to be. I think we're missing a tank. I could be wrong. Unless Log is playing ball.
Missing a tank. That is true. We could have Log Ball.
Log Ball is coming home.
Looks like we got our last pick for round 5 in. So let's see. Dallas Vanguard, round 5, second to last pick here.
This is going to be exciting. This is going to be exciting. I'm waiting. Ooh, spooky noises. It's Halloween. Reinhardt could be
definitely is
picking
Zach.
up Zach. There it is, the return to Dallas. And a welcome to Ruby. Zach is going up as the last pick of round 5, but that is not the last pick of Dallas. Dallas has one more pick left. We're going to have to see what comes out of this squad. So far, we have Dyer, Strider, Log, White Rain, and Zach. This is going to be an interesting setup. To be for certain. And I'm curious to see who Log is cooking up for his final pick.
Looks like our final pick is actually in. Final pick for Dallas here. Let's see. Round 6.
We're going to have to see Dallas picking up their last pick. I wonder who the first pick. I'm gonna see a Tracer. Holber. I believe not a new face. I want to say they've been here before. I'm pretty sure, and I do deeply apologize.
Yeah, I definitely recognize Culver from 10 Mans at least.
I'm racking my brain for what team they've played on. I want to say it was San Diego at some point. Did they play on Washington at some point? We might be getting insider knowledge of Washington. Oh, wait, is this Cobb? Chat, let me know if this is Cobb. Oh, I'm getting Halifax. Yes! Okay, hold on. Shout out to whoever... oh, that's Parasite, I think. Shout out to you. Halifax, first off, wrong abbreviation. Get wrecked. Second off, great call out. I'm pretty sure they played Halifax. But,
yes.
Huge pickup. Dallas' final roster is going to be Coliber, Zach, White Rain, aka Chlorine, Log, Strider, and Dyer. And now we're going to look over to Washington to finish out their roster.
Yes, Washington, final pick. Here we go.
Washington's roster so far is pretty scary. Got Liam, Angry Cat, Confessor, Moto, and Guna. Who's going to be joining this squad? Have to see. Zafara player.
CP3.
CP3. Another name I believe is new. I believe they are a tank player from the sheet, which could be a great pickup for Washington. But you're currently looking at the finalized roster of Washington. Felix, aka CP3, Guna, Moto, Confessor, Angry Cat, and one of my personal goats. I got a lot of goats, I'm gonna be honest. Liam hanging out. Great setup so far for Washington. Chicago, you've got a hard pick right now. This is your last pick. You've got a great setup of 4 of your 6 returning players. Who do you fill in for this last spot?
Yes, let's see. We got Chicago, final pick here. I'm excited to see who we got.
We're gonna see what's going on. Ooh, we got May. Uh-oh.
It's you!
Yes, we'll never separate Recon and Soupcan, the dream team! Oh god, I gotta play with JD. Oh no, hold on, wait, can I take this back? No, I'm kidding. I have to hype myself up. This is crazy. Yeah, shout out to Stan. Didn't think I was gonna get drafted, get played. I get to play with an awesome roster over Chicago. We're bringing the double. This is going to be a stick roster. Shout out to Ghostface for picking me up.
And you're taking the win, right?
100%.
Okay, we'll see about that. But looks like we have Baltimore final pick in here. Let's see. Let's see who they pick up.
I wonder who they're going to pick. This is going to be huge. This is going to be an insane pickup. Baltimore's got a great roster so far. A Reaper.
Got a Reaper. Cake.
Cake? Okay. This is going to be hype. We've got Baltimore rocking with Choco, Trash Can, Fran, Arunos, Gingerbread, and Cake. This is looking like a scary roster. Ooh, but now, gonna be another scary roster is Vancouver. Rico has a pretty good lineup. We're seeing some Adbon. We're seeing Identity. We're seeing Smooth, Andrew, and Icy. Who is this final pick?
Yes, we're about to find out. Looks like we have the final pick in for Vancouver here.
This is going to be beautiful. I'm excited to see who's got to book a flight over to Canada.
Let's see.
Shout out to all my Canadians.
Looks like we got our first Hanzo.
Uh-oh.
It's me.
It's cool. What's up?
Let's see. Excited to be playing on Rico's team yet again. Is that 3 seasons in a row now that I've been on a team with 3. Rico in some sort of way? So let's see.
You're going to be playing with a star-studded roster too. You've got Adbon, Identity, Andrew, Smooth, and Icy. I mean, way to just slot right into a insane roster.
Definitely excited. But looks like we have our final pick of Ruby.
This is going to be the last pick. Like you mentioned, Laggy is cooking up in the lab with the pen and the pad. We're going to see what this pick is. But after this pick, keep in mind, we are going to take a little break. Then we will be right back with the Emerald picks. And we will probably have a new host, so stay tuned. But cool, do we have Buffalo's pick?
We do have our final pick of Ruby in. Here we go. Buffalo Bolts, round 6. Let's see who they pick up.
Holding out, waiting for this pick. We're gonna see who gets pulled into the Buffalo universe. I wonder.
Looks like we got a Cass. Looks like it is Pineapple.
Bringing in Pineapple. What an awesome pickup. Going in there.
Very
And
strong DPS. Very strong DPS.
that will absolutely be a huge pickup, but that will also round out our teams. So, just to recap, what we've got going on is we're going to have a quick little break. We have just seen the Ruby draft. We are now going to go over to the Emerald draft. I, unfortunately, will no longer be here. I am actually the GM of Miami, and I've got first pick because I don't have to pick myself. So, please give us a little bit of time. Stay in the chat. Stay hype. Shout out Ricochet. I'm going to need you to get the people hype. But cool, any last minute thoughts or, shout outs for this Ruby draft?
No, I just say stay tuned. We have Emerald coming up. It's going to be just as exciting. So, glad to see you all here.
Now, I do want to say before we head out, keep in mind, there are a couple of players up in the draft pick. Any Emerald GM will not be able to pick a Diamond player. It will only start at Plat. Plat 1 is perfectly fine. Unfortunately, no Diamonds. So, that I just want to be put out into the ether. Do with that as you will. We are going to take a quick little break. Please stay tuned. Emerald Draft is coming your way in a bit.